2 more days until the current bull market ranks as the longest in history, marking more than a 300% gain in the S&P 500 over that time. So what got us here and where are we headed next? Right. Bob Pisani live at the NYSE with more on that. Hey, Bob.
Hello, Michelle. The current bull market began March 9, 2009. The S&P closed at 676. That was the bear market low. The S&P 500 is up, as Michelle said, more than 300% since then. But several stocks have been mega performers, with Netflix and Ulta Beauty up more than 5,500%. That's not a typo. United Rental up nearly 5,000%. Amazon up 3,000. Nvidia up almost 2,900. But remember something, the S&P is a market cap weighted index. So the bigger the market cap, the more it can move the markets. The companies that contributed to the biggest gain to the S&P 500 are first Apple, no surprise there. They accounted for 4.1% of the S&P's gains since 2009, one stock, followed by Microsoft 2.4%, JP Morgan 1.9%, General Electric 1.7%, Wells Fargo 1.5%. Amazon, by the way, is sixth at 1.4% for the gains. By the way, believe it or not, there's some big losers, particularly among the commodity stocks. Fertilizer giant Mosaic, oil producer Apache, gold producer Newmont, copper producer Freeport-McMoRan. They're still down since 2009. All right, so what does all of this mean? What will it take to reverse gears and head into a bear market? So technically, for a bear market to end, bull market to end, the stock market would have to decline by 20% or more. That's the bear market. The Fed and recessions are the two big killers of bull markets. Those are it. Stocks will typically move down well before a recession starts, but Tom McClellan, old market watcher, a friend of mine, points out that the Fed can often kill a bull market when it gets too aggressive. What does that mean, too aggressive? Typically, it happens when the Fed moves the Fed funds target rate, now at 1.75% to 2%, above the 2-year yield. That's currently 2.6%. The bottom line is it looks like the Fed's got a little more room to move before sounding like they get too aggressive. Back to you, Michelle.
Writing that down, Bob. 2.6%. Thank you. All right. So cue the Western music, because we thought this would be the perfect time for a bull market rodeo. Here's how this is going to work. I'm going to give you a stock. Let's use Amazon as an example. And if you think it's going higher, you say, keep riding. And you'll hear and see this. But if you think it's going lower, say, get thrown off, and you'll hear and see that. Let's play. Wow. Grasso, let's kick it off with you on Amazon.
On Amazon.
Keep on riding or you get thrown off?
Keep on riding. I've been consistent on this. This is
the ball.
Wait for it. There you go.
I've been bullish on this since dropped the last digit off of this. It's about $190. It's everything. It's retail. It's AWS. It's cloud space. It's tech space. So it's everything that you want to be in. It's the new tech. This is a marketplace and an index unto itself. Keep riding it.
I agree with that, but I have to push back and just say we get all that for the last, 3 years, and it's been, since the bull market started.
The last 3,000%.
We saw those numbers. Are Amazon's best days behind it?
No, I don't think so. But, if you look at it, every sale has been a bad sale. So to that point, though, if you get a little squeamish about valuation, I bought Alibaba.
Okay, you get squeamish, right?
I do get a little, especially about valuation.
Well,
that's the only thing I get squeamish about.
Just don't look down at your tie and it won't happen.
No, my tie
is
it's 100% rayon, first of all.
Is that a clip-on?
It's a Pierre Cardin. Just so we know.
Hey, don't do that to Pierre.
No, I'm saying it's a nice time.
Keep riding.
Come on, man.
But you're not one of these guys who buys the fact that Bezos can turn on profit whenever he wants if the market ever gets nervous about him.
Of course, yes. But here's the thing: is Bezos gets the pass that Elon Musk is no longer getting. So he can continue to invest in different companies and invest in completely different industries. So I would say that you ride this one.
He actually shows profit.
He shows profit, or he doesn't have to, too. That's my point. So he's right now. You keep on riding it because he's the one who's going to spur it on.
Next up. Tim.
Nice. See what I did with that? Yeah, that's it for me.
NVIDIA, ride it or get off?
Yeah, get off the bull. Get off Joe Cool.
Wait for it.
Oh. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Remember that bull, Joe Cool? All right. So look, with NVIDIA, great story. Obviously, these guys have been on the cutting edge of some of the gaming chips. They certainly have exposure to Bitcoin and crypto, as Brian will point out. But bottom line here is there's a lot of competition. I think there's some questions about their current GPUs that are coming out for some of the new games. I think we've had such a tremendous run. Look at the stock. It's been mired basically at the same level for the last 8 months for a growth story at this valuation. I get off that bull.
Remember the guy running for president from Vermont? I know, Michelle, you didn't vote
Howard
for
Dean.
him.
Howard Dean, the
Remember
screamer.
Oh, yeah,
Remember that
the
streak
scream.
that he made?
Yes.
That alone ran him
Yeah.
out of the election.
That was the sound you just made.
Oh, man.
I guess
That was the
Tim, we don't need you tomorrow night.
That was your Howard Dean. It's going to be a Mimi thing.
Guy,
A Mimi.
you have United Rentals. Keep
United
riding
Rentals.
or get thrown off.
Have you ever been to the rodeo?
Yes,
No,
many.
you lie like
I
a
know.
rug. You do it.
One
when?
of my first dates with my husband, he took me to Cheyenne and we went to the rodeo.
cool guy.
Is that how you knew?
Really?
I won't tell you what they do to the bulls to make them buck. It's not really important right now.
It's a
Number
family
one.
show.
Number two, you are right. Yes, you ride that bull. So put up whatever graphic you want. I won't get. Yeehaw is right. And why is it yeehaw? Because you look at the last quarter, pretty significant quarter. Beat EPS by a significant margin, beat on the revenue front, 10 times forward earnings. The stock has sold off from March from 280 down to 240-ish. I think there's a lot of room here. So get back on that sucker and
I gotta
ride
tell you
him
that-
for the 7 seconds it takes to get your score.
Look, the cosmetic sector, essentially wellness, all this has been a great place to ride. Estee Lauder's numbers last week were fantastic. There's so much good news in this stock, buddy.
United Reynolds.
United
We're talking
Reynolds.
about-
Follow the show,
They're not in
Howard Dean.
cosmetics.
That's great.
I'm just hang on.
Yeah.
Save that
Stay
and
with
rewind
it.
it
Ride
for
that
what
bull.
I
For the record,
Ride that bull.
For the record, I saw bull riding competition in Fort Worth in March. So.
You had to think about that one now. Somebody in your ear telling you?
No.
This is all going bad here.
All right,
Very
BK, how about Ulta Beauty? Ride or get
Well, we know
thrown
what Tim
off?
does.
Oh, well, we already know what Tim thinks, but you know what? I still ride this one, and here's why.
Wait for it.
Okay, hang on. Take all the time you need. There we go. That's very nice. I still ride it because this is one of those story stocks where you have this growth expansion, every time keeps going, and then it had a little trouble because the growth slowed a bit. But now I think we've sold off enough that if we have an economy that's running and we're starting to see retail sales doing well, I think you can ride this one. Tim?
All right.
What do you think?
What he said, all negative. All negative. You know, get off that bull.